including your client here in that analogy. So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg.
The Institute. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night.
Where the Institute actually...
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who...
Right.
Kellogg.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Yeah. Any other ideas, Nick?
Talk about a literal dead end, huh?
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets...
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him in alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the...
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbor called the Memory Den. Really? If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr.
Who's this Dr. Omari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing.
Actually, I think I already have something.
Cybernetics, huh?
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm gonna introduce you to Omari.
Right. Anything else you can tell me about the Memory Den?
It's in Goodneighbor, a little slight. The Memory Den ain't just a lot of people give up all their caps, but not us.
Sure. It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research.
Well, it's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying that, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
We're working together, yeah.
Really? Well, you're in luck. I got a special offer.
Insurance. I'm listening.
That's right. Insurance. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start...
Whoa, time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now, don't let this incident taint your view of our little good neighbors of the people, for the people.
Good neighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be... You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place.
Sure.
So long as you remember.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Goodneighbor. I'm saying. Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that...
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
I didn't hear that. What?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking...
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Let's see. A single... We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory lounge. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives...
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering...
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and...
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
That makes it official, folks. The final vote count from the hub is in.
Goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but...
Remember, you are
Mom knew how
experiencing
it
these
was.
memories as Kellogg.
She wasn't
This may prove
soft,
disorienting
but,
at first.
she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run
This
with one of the
doesn't
raider
seem to be
gangs,
what we're
but
looking for.
I never really knew what he did.
There appears to be
know
another
why Mom was
intact
with him.
memory close to you.
Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never
Let's
met
keep
me,
looking. I'll
she'd have
connect
stayed in
you
the
to the
hub,
next intact memory.
maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So,
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost
Well,
always a
we
bar,
seem to be
though.
getting closer.
That's universal.
Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured
Getting
they were just a
warmer.
convenient
One of these has
boogeyman
got
for
to tell
anything
us something.
bad that ever happened.
We're running out of brain.
They were real, all right. They didn't know
there's one
anything
that
about
looks mostly
operating on the
intact.
surface.
Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me.
I found
I
another
made sure
intact
they
memory.
knew it.
Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just bark. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It's all over, but the dreaming.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
It's all over but the bride, and nobody's crying but me. Friends all over know I'm crying to forget about how much I care for you.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
That keep trying to come true.
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. Are you ready to talk?
Uh-huh. There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea?
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And by the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right.
Sure. Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I feel fine.
We have to head into the glowing.
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.